Hi, for this video what we want to do is we want to take it from logarithmic form and rewrite it into exponential form. So in order to do that, remember that logarithmic form is log of whatever the base is. The base is always written as a subscript, so that means it's smaller. Log of the base of your value is equal to the exponent. So when you rewrite it, whatever value is down here becomes your base. Whatever value here becomes your exponent, and whatever this value is becomes the value on the opposite side. So as long as you know the pattern, this is a very, very simple process. So for the first one that we're going to do, the first thing that we want to identify is the base. So this is going to be our base. So we would write 3 as the base. We would then look for our exponent term. So this would be our exponent. So we would write it up here as a superscript. And then we would say this equals the value that's by itself. So this would be my value. And that's it. This one doesn't ask us to evaluate it, it simply wants it to rewrite it in exponential form. We could simplify this and say w equals 9, which is the purpose of being able to rewrite it from logarithmic to exponential form, because exponential form or exponents help us to solve logarithmic equations, and logarithms help us solve exponential equations when we don't have equal bases. Alright, so for the next one, I know this one might confuse you a little bit because there is no number down here for our base. Okay, so when you see nothing down here, it's understood to be base 10. This is the most often used logarithm in math and science. So it has its own button on the calculator. This is the base that is programmed into your calculator since that's the number system that we work with. So if you don't see something down here, you will automatically use 10 as your base. You would then identify your exponent. So this is going to be our exponent. And we would put the x up here, equals the value that's given to us. So this would be our value. So we would say 10 to the x equals 15. So this would be our answer written in exponential form. Remember, we're not solving anything. All we're doing is rewriting it in another form. For the last one, this is also another special type of logarithm. So anytime that you see ln, this means it's a base E logarithm. E is Euler's number, and it's very, very important in math. If you are going through the math, depending upon the level that you're in, most likely if you're watching this video, you're just starting out, so you'll learn more about E. E is Euler's number, and again, it has its own place in the calculator. It's approximately 2.78128. The calculator takes it out. It's irrational, kind of like pi, but you will discuss, if you're in a calculus class, you will discuss how this is derived. So this means base E logarithm. And again, just like base 10, it's used so often that it has its own button. So for this, anytime you see ln, you are going to write E as your base. You would then have to identify your exponent. So this would be our exponent. And we would just say this equals our value. So in this case, our value is 5. So we would say e to the x equals 5. And this would be our final answer. Again, we're not solving anything. We're not trying to find any variables. We're just looking at how can we rewrite this in the opposite form. As always, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know. If there are additional topics you would like for me to cover, please let me know that as well.